Hi, everybody. Dr. McGriff here, and this is part one of our walk through the LTED 230 syllabus. So, this course is a phase one course in the College of Education that focuses on how you teach English language arts within your particular area of certification. Something that you're going to learn during week two is that New Jersey has English language arts standards in sciences, in the math area, in technical or vocational areas, and in history and the social studies. So it's not just elementary teachers and high school English teachers who deal with literacy instruction. Literacy cuts across all subject areas and all grades. So this course looks at teaching reading, writing, listening, and speaking texts that naturally occur and come up in any subject area that you all will be teaching. So that's the focus of this course, and generally the learning outcomes all relate to that. What I'd like to do is just come down to this section and have us take a look at this statement clinical component. So essentially, um, you will complete 25 hours of clinical observation within this course, but rather than do that in actual classrooms, what you'll be doing is you'll be doing it through video recorded lessons that I have carefully selected for you. These lesson recordings take place in a range of classrooms, from kindergarten to high school, from elementary grades to chemistry teachers in high school, geometry teachers in high school, food sciences, home ec in high school, and so forth. And so, in addition to that, you're going to be learning how to record these hours in the NJCU College of Education record keeping system called TK20. Just mentioning it now, but I'm planting the seed, and you all can expect that come class time, we will spend time looking in the particulars of how you record your hours. But that's the clinical component. All right, next, what I'd like to do is just spend a minute talking about professional expectations. So typically in a syllabus, that's where students read about what they need to do, what the requirements are, how it looks, and when it's due, and so forth. However, in my syllabi, I also like to be pretty explicit with students about what I expect of myself. And so that's what this statement is. And the first one has to do with the relevancy of the coursework. So we're going to be meeting together on Mondays. Again, with the exception of that first week, every other time it's going to be a Monday afternoon. And something that I'm pretty serious about is making sure that the time that we spend together is a good use of your time and that's relevant to what you'll be doing. Not just what you'll be doing in terms of when you actually become a teacher, but also relevant in terms of getting there, meaning that in addition to learning about English language arts standards in the that go on in K to 12 settings, I've also got some elements within this course that deal with the Praxis Core and with the Ed TPA. So we deal with ELA, or English language arts instruction, that happens in school settings, but also I want to talk about what you need to do to get certified and clear these hurdles that are a part of getting that teacher certification, and kind of get everyone set in the right direction as far as that goes. Regarding assignments, I will have work turned back within 1 week. Assignments are due in this class on Mondays at 4 p.m. Everything is through Blackboard. So what that means is when you turn in something at 4 p.m. on a Monday, by that next 4 p.m. the following Monday, you should expect that you'd have that graded back from me. Regarding email, I make it a rule to get back to students within 24 hours at a minimum. And there's one exception to that, and that has to do with Sundays. I try to stay away from Blackboard on Sundays. So, folks, if you send me an email at 10 p.m. on Saturday night, it's going to be Monday morning when I get back to you. But otherwise, I try to do my best to get back to folks within 24 hours, and usually it's sooner than 24 hours. So that's how you can expect to hear back from me. All right. Now, just a note about valuing diversity and respect. So, you know what? I know that NJCU is an exceptionally diverse campus, and we're very fortunate in that regard. But just because we're diverse, it doesn't mean that I want to take for granted the importance of language use around these elements of diversity. Specifically in the language that I use with you, and that you use with each other, that here it needs to be respectful with regard to gender, race, sexuality, ethnicity, and any other exceptionality or any other form or category. So that's just something that I wanted to be clear and give a moment to actually saying, as opposed to just leaving it in the syllabus for you to read, to kind of mention it. So that is it for part one of this tour. We're going to come back in part two, picking up, looking at the types of assignments you'll be doing and when you'll be doing them. So see you in part two.